Hello. So last time we played the Zadash Start campaign, the heroes met in the city of Zadash under the paladin named Leon, the human paladin of the outlawed deity, the Wild Mother. They heard about a string of werewolf attacks, or wolf attacks, I should say, and discovered later in the sewers that there were indeed werewolves. This session started with wolves approaching through two separate tunnels and the decision to be made of where do we go. It is noted that two of the players were not with us this time, Mike playing as Leon the Paladin and Josh playing as Skip's Whitetail, the arcane archer. So in a quick way of solving their current predicament, the characters ran upstairs. They had a few different choices, right? So wolves were approaching from either direction. They had two other areas where wolves were not coming from, so they could go down deeper into the sewers or go up in hopes of maybe getting out of the sewer. So they chose to go up, and whenever they did so, they climbed and struggled with a sewer grate for a moment, but through the help of Skip's Whitetail and Leon going in some opposite direction that they're unaware of, maybe they held their ground, maybe they went downstairs, but either way, the four players left the sewers. So we had Devin the dwarf, Narissa the changeling, Granite the kobold, and Bilbo the halfling. They left the sewers and sought out some healing. They decided to go and find the town guard. Whenever they did, they met some Crown's Guard, Captain Harris, and a corporal. The town guard discussed multiple red tape issues in filing a report about things being in the sewer. So during that report filing, which supposedly was going to take some time, Bilbo decided to go to the Cobalt Soul and research as much as he can about any recent activities. He found some information, which led to the multiple reports. He also found some information on the Kryn dynasty and the Empire's current conflict and how a lot of resources are being allocated to the borders of the Kryn dynasty and the Dwendalian Empire. So they got some healing taken care of. I believe they bought some healing potions as well. And they made an official report to the Crown's Guard and got a writ that said that they were allowed to enter into the sewer. So they did, or they were going to rather. They were going to rest up at the Song and Supper Inn, and while they were resting, Devin, who was buying some healing potions, was walking back and was ambushed by a werewolf shooting a bow at him in their human form. And battle broke out immediately. So in the battle, Narissa changed the game. She came out of the Song and Supper Inn and cast Charm Person on the initial werewolf. However, two wolves came in as well as another werewolf, and combat ensued, victorious in terms of the party. So the one werewolf maintained his charm and revealed that there is a leader werewolf who is giving people the opportunity to get out of poverty and actually have a life in the sewers with him. And the plan is to steal gold and resources until they can buy their own spot in the city and influence the city to allow them to live in the surface world and no longer in the sewers. And that was where we ended the session. So the Crown's Guard came and arrested and broke the Charm Person spell on the last remaining werewolf. And the party is currently at the Song and Supper Inn deciding on whether or not to go into the sewers or what their plan of attack will be. So whenever we play again, I'm excited to see if Leon and Skips made it out of the sewers alive, or whether the party will be able to get back together, or what their actions will be. The Crown's Guard has increased their writ, saying that they can travel freely in the sewers for as long as necessary. So it'll be a very interesting next session to see how they deal with the werewolf threat below the city. So looking forward to seeing you guys, and looking forward to the next part of the adventure in Zadash.